everyone, and welcome to a Vampire the Masquerade lore dive into Clan Ventrue. With the upcoming Bloodlines 2 just around the corner, I wanted to cover all the clans that will have access to play, and some we don't as of yet. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions, and of course, if I miss anything, feel free to comment down below.
Ventrue. I should have known it.
You really ain't no thin blood, are you?
Is that how you address one of the Clan of Kings? Your prince would be displeased to hear it.
Folks of your blood have held this city for 100 years or more.
I am Fletcher, and I have two rules. No sneakers, and if you must rip someone to pieces, do it outside. These are original floorboards, you understand?
I do hope you get on with the prince.
I'm looking into the alchemy trade.
That was a very stupid thing to say.
The case is closed.
Please don't be one of those rich psychos.
You look like a real shithead, you know that?
Want to get into business together? Sexy business?
I suppose we should talk about Lou. Who stops being a prince and lets someone else take the reins?
Here in Seattle, I am the Camarilla, and this is a private conversation.
Your child, Rion. Tell me of her.
Young, by our standards, but insightful. Her only flaw is that she is regrettably contemporary.
Does the change unsettle you?
Does the city falling apart in 2 nights unsettle me? I thrive in fast-paced environments.
Take the head off the snake, and what's really left? The body shrivels, and its corpse sends a message. The vermin then scatter, and when they do,
I was not here.
you pick them off at your leisure, one by one. Foolish child.
Forget.
You will not contradict me.
The Clan of Kings, Ventrue, are also known as the Blue Bloods. They are one, if not the, proudest line of vampires. The members within the clan maintain a sense of elegance, refinement, honor, and leadership. The Clan of Kings is called this most likely due to how much they like to be treated like royalty. The Ventrue, though, would most likely say it's due to them being the oldest clan, enforcers of tradition, and they know what's best for all other kindred as the rightful leaders of kindred society. Clearly, kindred of true humility. Their disciplines are dominate, a power that allows them to overwhelm another person's mind with their will, forcing victims to think or act as they see fit. Fortitude, which allows them to gain superhuman toughness, and presence, giving them supernatural allure and manipulation. These disciplines allow them to be expert diplomats, and when things get physical, they have something to fall back on to protect themselves in combat. Though most true Ventrue would rather use manipulation and control to avoid confrontation altogether, or use proxies, ghouls, or other forms of manipulation to have someone else do the fighting for them. The Ventrue antediluvian is unsurprisingly called Ventrue, and very little is known about them. The Ventrue clan claim that he was a progeny of Enoch, and as the first of the 3rd generation kindred, as well as Cain's closest advisor. Some members also state that he may have been destroyed, meeting his final death by Brujah, which of course, the Brujah clan deny. Clan Ventrue have the bane of rarefied tastes, which, as you may just about guess, means they only feed on specific people, such as specific nationalities, hair color, occupations, and so on. Something specific that isn't extremely common, and requires them to be a bit more selective, or else they will have to violently vomit up whatever isn't a part of their rarefied tastes. Alternatively, the tabletop allows for the Bane hierarchy, which makes it extremely difficult for a Ventrue to attack or use disciplines on an older vampire. The clan compulsion is arrogance, which makes them need to assume command and to have others obey their commands, driving in the fact that they are the rightful leaders and rulers of vampire society. According to the history that they've passed down, the Ventrue only embrace the worthy. Nobles, leaders, either be it military or religious, royalty, and overall the superior. They have extremely high standards, and most kindred that aim to be sires plan with their elders to see if the new Ventrue will meet their expectations. Once embraced, the fledgling has to usually pass training in Ventrue etiquette, traditions, and general ability to see if they would thrive in this society. The final test being that they must establish a domain of influence without any assistance of the other Ventrue. The Ventrue cherish history, legacy, and lineage more than any other clan. This is why they see themselves worthy to guide others and to justify their positions of authority. The first notable achievement of the Ventrue goes to Artemis Orthia with the creation of Sparta. Artemis, wary of mortals seeking to make them a tool to be used rather than fought, and made herself into Sparta's patron goddess. The growing power of Sparta and the Bruja alliance in Athens would lead to the First Bruja War, a conflict that would set the stage for a bitter rivalry between the two clans leading up to modern day. After the fall of Sparta, the rise of Rome ushered in one of the clan's greatest ages. Claude, having freed the Roman people and would become the city's first prince, knew he couldn't place himself as a god, and instead influenced others from behind the scenes. Eventually, the system would be refined by Camilla, the childer of Calat. The strategy of ruling through proxies, delivering favors and contacts, allowing those to grow in power, would widely be used in the years to follow once the Masquerade was adopted. As the Bruja Wars continued to be waged and Carthage fell, though both sides suffered greatly, the Ventrue overall prevailed, and Clan Bruja would never forgive them. Time racing forward, Rome too would eventually fall, and the Ventrue would abandon the city to establish new centers of power, infiltrating existing governments as feudal lords and taking credit for the growth of medieval feudal systems expanding into Germany and Italy, allowing them to prosper once more. When the Holy Roman Empire was dispersed, the Ventrue moved their center of power to Italy. However, since Rome was dominated by the slumber, the Ventrue established centers of power elsewhere in Italy. Here, the Ventrue constantly opposed the slumber. During the Dark Ages, they were influenced by honor and the laws of chivalry, causing some to separate from the clan during the founding of the Camarilla and turned to the Sabbat. Clan Ventrue only got stronger, as in 1800s England, a combination of centuries-old feudalism with the new money middle class served to keep the Ventrue at the top of power. This allowed them to oversee both international politics and the finances of entire countries. This allowed many childers that were already hungry for territories of their own to branch out to colonies through the British Empire, where the Ventrue would create propaganda declaring both mortals and vampires that occupied these colonies as heathens, which many others adopted. Eventually, other clans like Clan Toreador and Clan Tremere became repulsed by the Ventrue's obsession with money, political gains, and imperialism, as even Clan Gangrel were being treated as servants, if they weren't being treated like animals being hunted down. Compromises would be made to appease the other clans, or at least kindred that could be made useful, and this is when the Ventrue learned to hone and control their cutthroat dealings, though they still remain a clan of prestige, even in the modern Knights. Speaking of the modern Knights, after the World Wars, the clan would capitalize even more so with the Cold War. They would take advantage of the paranoia on both sides to create profits and dig deeper into the growing governments. As thus now, the Ventrue have such deep roots that most, if not all, are incredibly wealthy and live in lofty ivory towers. I'd be curious to hear what other people think of Clan Ventrue, and of course, if you yourself have played them in any of the games or the tabletop, I'd be interested in hearing what drew you into their playstyle or their background or overall identity. That is all I have for now, but in the meantime, let me know your thoughts and theories, as I'd love to hear them. Let me know if I missed any details, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on future videos. Some being Let's Plays, some being these lore, theory, and discussion videos that will be posted at least once a week. Don't be afraid to let me know some other subjects you'd be interested in, and hopefully I see you all in the next video. See you then.